Is your citizenship case taking too long? You may need to file a lawsuit. I know it sounds strange that some people might say, well, applying to become a citizen, shouldn't it be easy? It could be, but some people have some difficulty for a numerous amount of reasons. Yes, the form itself, if you understand English, maybe unfortunately for other people that don't speak English that well or understand it, unfortunately the forms are in English. However, even if you don't speak English, you might qualify for something like the year, your age, basically, and how long you've had the status. It could be you waiting for the interview. It could be you waiting for the decision. Or number three, it could be you waiting for the oath ceremony. The fourth one is when, let's say you got denied and you spoke with the lawyer to verify that, yeah, you are eligible. It shouldn't have been denied, right? So you file something called N336. It's a rehearing. The USCIS policy manual, I believe it states you have to wait 180 days, could be 120, but hopefully you haven't had to wait that long. But they're supposed to bring you back or invite you back for a hearing. And if they don't, that, my friends, the action plan is to sue them. So policy manual, the USCIS.gov website states that if you needed a rehearing, they're supposed to schedule the hearing within 180 days, okay, upon them receiving your request of the N336. So when people come to us or call us about this, we say, look, it does appear that you need to provide criminal documents or maybe your tax documents. Maybe you told the officer that you had, you had to pay the IRS back pay for the past non-payment, but you do have some kind of, maybe you have an agreement with IRS to get it done so that you pay it. Typically, preferably, or not preferably, you have to provide that before or at the interview. If you don't provide it at the interview, then most likely they're not going to give you another chance, which sounds kind of strange, and it stinks because you have to pay more money to file this form, N336. So anyways, but the other scenario, if it's not yet a denial situation, which hopefully not, but let's say you've been waiting for an interview and it's a long time. And it's not, I would say on average 12 months before the pandemic, but recently, by the way, success story, we have filed a case, at least for I think 5 clients so far recently, and they got the interview within about 1 or 2 months, just depends. Okay. And that was amazing, because with Trump, of course, he delayed everything. So there's even some people who filed, of course, like a year ago are still waiting. So I know it's frustrating, but in that sense, it could be because it's just stuck. I hate to say it. It's just stuck. And it's ridiculous that you guys have to pay more money and do this. So you might wonder, well, can you file the mandamus lawsuit yourself? To my knowledge, I don't think you can. There might be more requirements for you to do that, but I think when they definitely know when there's a lawyer involved, the U.S. attorneys will speed up whatever the heck they need to do, which is basically contact, for example, USCIS, the agency contact. Success story I want to share with y'all real quick. I actually was out of Baltimore. It's for a spouse and their child for a 485 application. Let me see if I can pull up his case. I believe we filed the case about 2 months ago. And in Baltimore, the last time I checked, about a month ago, checking the processing times for the 485 in Baltimore, Maryland field office, it was so bad. It's such a long time that even their congressman in that area, Steny Hoyer, representative, got a memo with several other colleagues to say, what the hell's going on in Baltimore, Maryland? Why is it taking so long? So unfortunately, I think a letter from them is unfortunately not enough. But that's how bad it is. They got a congressman to send a letter in that sense. Okay. And that took about 2 months on our end. Actually, a little over 2 months because of holidays, but that was quick. You know what the government wanted? An updated medical exam. And of course, back then, medical exams were probably only valid for about a year. Okay. Now it's valid for 2 years. So you would think a USCIS officer would just send unfortunately, they don't send emails. They have to send a notice that they could just send a freaking RFE, which is what we got, what the U.S. attorney provided to us, They could have just sent an RFE to these clients and said, please provide us an updated macro exam. What the hell is going on internally with USCIS? They probably don't know themselves. So unfortunately, sometimes folks, a lawsuit is necessary to get their attention on your case. Okay. So we have the action plan. You know about the action plan. You probably already researched this before even getting to our channel. You just need to make the decision. The most common question we get is that delays people's decision to do this, to take this action plan that we prepare for y'all, is will filing lawsuit affect the decision of my case? No. I mean, you could receive a denial in general. I mean, it's not because of you filing a lawsuit. It's maybe because if you hired a lawyer before, or maybe you didn't hire a lawyer, or you hire like a consultant, which I don't recommend that, then maybe that person didn't prepare you to make sure you're qualified, or maybe didn't provide the sufficient evidence, and then it results in a request for evidence. But just filing a lawsuit by itself does not result in a denial. Lawyers call this causation, right? Okay, so hopefully that shares some good information for y'all, because the government, folks, they're messing around with y'all, and you need to grab your legal status and get it in your hands, get in your possession. It is so close, and you would think after all these years that you've been waiting that it's coming soon. It's coming soon. I'm sorry to tell you, it's not coming soon. You most likely have to sue them. All right. And this includes for a lot of different case types. Okay. All right. Anyways, talk to you soon. Take care.